Won't you walk through my words, 'cause you ain't got me out yet.
Right, Beto, here we go. Hello everyone and welcome to the very first edition of the SPL Cricket Show. We've got a massive crowd in tonight. Crowd, say hello. It's very good use of computer-generated sound effects. Well done. So tonight what we're doing is launching the streaming process. So what that means is SPL is streaming to the internet. A few of you might have heard of it before. It's a relatively big box. And we'll be streaming all of our games, and it's kind of a new technology we're looking at, so we apologise if we're not very good at it. But a lot more different things to come in the future, and especially to the St Columns crowd as well. Obviously this is being streamed on the St Columns website, so hello to everyone from St Columns, and we'll have a few bits and pieces in there for you tonight as well. We're also live and interactive tonight, so jump on the SPL website. Hamish Lindsay has sent us in a very early post saying that we're late or something of that along those lines. And, that was Al's fault, the man behind the desk, who we can't see tonight, shaking his head up. We've got a massive show tonight, just like the AFL footy show, which you may have heard of before. Kind of in competition with them, so we won't mention them again, will we, Bardo? No, we won't. But we've got a confidential reporter, we've got romance news apparently, we've got some interviews, good call, bad call, and previews of the final series. So we're done with all of our games, and we're about to kick into the final series, so we'll look at all the different mashups and what's to come. First of all, I just want a round of applause to my co-host next to me, Andrew Bardo. Very, very sharp man we got on as a co-host tonight.
Always, thanks mate, it's a pleasure to be here. Just like to give a shout out to anyone that may be watching my family or past teammates or anything like that.
Yeah, no doubt your mobile phone's going off. Bardo's been waiting for this moment for a long, long time, so should be a good night. Bardo, you're just coming off a pretty good game against the Clayton boys.
Yeah, we were able to finish off with a win, which was nice. But we won by 2.
Did you contribute to that game at all?
Yeah, scored a couple. So
yeah, how many did you score?
Scored 71.
Yeah, all right, talk it up. Yeah, all right. Well, and did you take any wickets?
Yeah, did you get a couple actually?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry to those people that I got out. It was good to finish off with a win. Bit of a disappointing season, but it's all right. We'll be back.
No doubt. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, and joining us tonight is also our 3-man panel. Very sharp-looking panel tonight, Bardo. Going to put us to shame. We've got Artie, Caviar, and Shankar. A round of applause for the 3 panellists. We'll start off with Artie, St Columns' self-proclaimed superstar. Now, you also had a very nice last game, scoring 70 runs against the Hungovers, unfortunately dropping short, but well done. And what did you make of the game?
I thought, it was a good game though. Bad season, but at least we've learned our lessons, so hopefully we'll come back with a bang next season.
Yeah, sure, no doubt.
That's if you're not relegated there, Artie. I've heard a few rumours that you might be relegated.
What about you guys? Because I thought you guys were the last.
And the very, very good-looking lady on tonight, Caviar. Big win on Wednesday.
It was indeed a big
hit and
win.
run versus the other team that you played against.
Cougars.
Sharp as always there, Brendan.
Massive, congratulations on the massive win, and put you into
Thank you.
3rd spot, I believe.
Yes, that was our last game before the finals.
Yep.
And we beat the Cougars. And our first game, when we were at the bottom of the ladders, we started off winning by beating the Cougars, and that's something that we're proud of.
You got the wood over them. Now, bit of gossip to come a little bit later on, but there's rumours of potential trade to the Super Foxes, which I'm not sure what all that's about, but we'll look into that later.
Crunch for window.
Yeah, well. And on the left-hand side of the panel, Big Shanks. Very good. Round of applause, Shankar, yeah. Gun bowler from the Black Hawks. Very strong season you've had. very good
It's been a
season.
very tough season because most of the top grade teams have changed their strategies and they're playing pretty hard. So we had a very good season.
Yeah, and you look confident going into the finals?
Yep, we had a very good match against Powerboys yesterday. It was a good win. It's good to have a win before you get into the finals. Hopefully we'll do very well in the finals.
Yeah, no, I'll rate your chances. So thank you to the panel tonight for joining us, and we'll be looking at we'll be utilising picking their brains and finding out what they think about a few tricky decisions that we have to make tonight. So, look, I just want to mention too that if you're joining us via the website, not sure how else you're joining us, but there are ads on the website. That's true, there is a live audience. It's very clever. They just pointed that out to me. There are ads on the website, unfortunately, and they will interrupt the broadcast. They go on, I think, about every 5 minutes or so. We can't really do much about that, sorry. But if you want to buy a Ford vehicle, we highly recommend it. And also shop at Coles if you're doing your grocery shopping. Yeah, and Pete, we've got Pete behind the bar tonight, everyone.
Yeah.
Round of applause. Good man.
Thanks, Brenda. I'd just like to ask about the family watching in Wagga tonight.
Yeah, mate, they've just got the internet down there, so hopefully it'll be all over their screen.
Last thing I heard, they were marooned on a little island in the floods, and there was a cow and a chook and a goose watching.
No, mate, many more people down there. Apparently there's been people in Wagga feeling the earthquake in Melbourne, believe it or not. So,
yes, right, big shake the other night. That's right, we all survived, thank goodness.
Thank you, Pete, for your wonderful insight. Pete will be joining us, of course, throughout the entire night and making his comments, hopefully, keeping him to a minimum. Now, we had a big joke there. Massive couple of weeks at SPL, as it says on my running sheet. And one of the first topics I'd like to throw to the panel is, and Shankar, you would know this firsthand, young Greg Kennedy from B grade of all grades decided to fill in for the Dross Merchants, I believe, and had a pretty good performance with the ball. I think he took 3 wickets in the first three balls. Yeah. What was he doing?
Well, he was a very good bowler, to be very honest. If you look into the B grade results, you can see him on top of the chart. He's one of the best bowlers of the B grade. I don't know why he's filling in for the B grade. He should be one of the best bowlers. And he should play for the cup grade. Probably St. Columns can look into him.
I second that.
No, we're seriously thinking of
and the best thing about him is his line and length was pretty good. Yeah. And secondly, our players were pretty late to the match and we didn't have the warm-up and their feet was not moving very well. Well, it can be an excuse, but we lost the wickets. And he was a good bowler.
Yeah, it was a big day too. Seven, all out for 22, wasn't it?
Yeah,
pretty low score, Shankar.
It's one of the worst matches.
Don't even retire when you make 22 as an individual. So I'm sure you'll come back a lot stronger from that game, though.
Well, we came back last night very well.
Yeah, you did too, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. Now, the next one was a huge game, as I mentioned earlier. Caviar played in this one, hit and run beating the Cougars, and this was a crucial game. I believe hit and run were playing to get into the double chance, and Cougars were on top of the ladder playing for a guaranteed double chance on top of the ladder, and hit and run completely took them by surprise, Kavita. So what do you reckon happened there?
Yes, we did.
Not that.
Starting with the game, yeah, we had 8 players were going to play, but our strategy was not to play with 8. And we landed up playing with 7. Everything turned out to be well, but they, as we know, they're all like pretty good batsmen, and it's really hard to get Vidhu and Kirti out. Like, they'll just bat and bat and bat, and they scored 131. And Elizy, which is one of our youngest players, and I'm really proud to say that she is one of the best batsmen in the season, and she is the top scorers as well. She hit off with 30, and everyone played their fair bit. And that was our captain's birthday on that day, and it was a big win. Yes, everyone's proud of it.
What do we make of their chances, Artie?
I think the back, they know they've got their strategy in place now. They know that they have to bowl second because they want to control the game.
That's
At the
what
end-
we've
at the
been
end,
doing.
Yeah, and I think now they know what are their strengths and weakness. I know they didn't get off to a good start, but that was good rather than having a poor finish. So should be good for them. I think they have a very good chance, equally good chance compared to any other side.
Very good, very good. Well, congratulations again, Peter. Well done. Now, the next massive bit of news coming out of B grade is at air swing. Got knocked out of the finals. I know you're all terribly disappointed. Because air swing's undoubtedly a crowd favourite. Bowdo, you know all about air swing.
Oh, very unlucky they are.
Very much the kind of style that you play, air swing. Yeah.
You would know a fair bit about that, Brendan.
They got knocked out of the finals courtesy of the designated drinkers. Just
No, it was against.
did I get it wrong, Shanks?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it was against Warden's 11.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
they
against
lost to the Wardens and they needed a bonus point, but
Yep.
very stiff, but very tight competition in B grade, as many of you would know or not know.
Yeah, I mean, with
Yeah.
Greg playing in B grade, I think that shows the quality of players playing in B grade.
Yeah,
Greg who
absolutely.
got hit Blackhawks. I think that's been the key this season. That there's not much big difference
Yeah, well,
between A grade and B grade, and
my good self played for the 12th men, quality players all in B grades, left, right and centre.
yeah.
And the last game, it was a bit of a surprise actually. Old Firm scored 200 plus runs against just one at bat, a very solid unit. They're probably two of the better teams in A grade, and Old Firm just came out and completely demolished them.
I'm surprised that Old Firm are still there in grade A because I think they should play in Cup grade. And I've also seen them playing in Cup grade in Season 2 because they've got pretty good batsmen and bowlers. And I don't think so they are one of those teams who should play in grade A. Their quality is much better than playing with grade A players.
But who do you drop, Shankar?
Yeah, obviously the last team in the ladder. There's no question about it.
Who's-
I think
who would that be, Bowdo?
they need to go back to where they belong. So
Yeah, I'm unsure who was at the bottom of the ladder at the end of the season.
Doesn't check the ladder very often for obvious reasons. All right, so sticking with B grade, we're actually going to look at the finals series for the B grade teams, and congratulations to the 5 teams that have made it: 12th men, Wardens 11, Fighting Mongooses, and Hawthorn Strikers and Designated Drinkers. So a round of applause to those 5 teams making it through. Now, got a couple of questions for the panellists. Of those 5 teams, who do you reckon will make it to the grand final?
12th men
Yeah.
and Fighting Mongoose.
Why do you reckon those 2?
12th men, they've got they're mostly good, they have a good balance in the team.
Yeah.
They've got batsmen and bowlers.
they've got all rounders.
It's pretty much like the whole team is balanced.
They're pretty good
Fighting
looking too, aren't
Mongoose, yeah, sorry.
They're pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Except for Brendan Lee.
Continue.
it's all right. With Fighting Mongooses, have played against Greg. He's one of the best bowlers in the season, and he's a good batsman.
Yeah.
And there's one more batsman called Joshi or Josh, I'm not sure. He's a very good batsman
Yeah,
too.
Josh.
So if they both can stand and deliver some good cricket in the eliminator, I'm sure they'll be running into the finals, grand finals probably.
Yeah, brave man to rule out the Wardens, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Warren's 11 have picked people from here and there, so it's kind of a question whether they will have enough players to play in the finals. Whether their players will be qualified to play in the finals. It's a big question. So I don't think so. With one player, you can win the tournament.
Big call, big call. Buddy?
Yeah, I think Warden's 11 will make it to the grand final, and there might be a surprise from Hawthorn Strikers.
Oh.
I've seen them play.
What I think
Smoky.
as well.
I've seen them play. They're very, very good all-round side. They've got really good batsmen at the start. Sohail and Hamid.
Yep.
Their openers are very strong, and they've got good depth as well. They've chased down good targets. I've seen them, and yeah, again, their strength is the batting, and against a good Warden's 11 attack, I think they might be the surprise winners.
Yeah.
I think those 2 teams would make it to the final.
Oh, Artie never gets anything wrong, so that must happen. Rita?
Yep, I would go with what Shankar said, because Warden picks up players from here and there, so they might struggle a bit. but I believe that Hawthorn Striker is a good batting side. So, because I've scored a few of their games and I've seen them, but they need to play a bit more rationally.
Big call. Big call.
Yeah.
Gee, they're not holding back tonight, the panel batter.
They just get too much into the flow and they just want to attack. So
Yeah, fair enough.
slow down.
Fair enough. Very careful. Batter, do you have an opinion on B grade?
Yeah, no, I definitely do, mate. I don't think the 12th men can make it, to be honest. I think they've had their time.
That's pretty hard on Brendan.
I feel they've hit.
You're being too harsh. You're being too harsh on them.
I feel they've hit form too early, and
Do you even know who the 12th men are?
yes. But in saying that,
Name 3 of their players apart from me. Without looking at the
from
sheet.
the 12th. See, they haven't even got 3 players in there. So, but seriously, I think designated drinkers, after just sneaking in, I believe they can make the grand final.
Yep.
I think good batting team without being too reliant, and I think they might just surprise a few people.
That's a big call. Big call. Only just scraped through, Batter.
That's all you need to do, Brendan.
As you would know very well, scraping through. Very good. Now, some key B grade. We've got Pete. Hang on, we'll jump over to Pete.
Right, we're talking about, what are we talking about? Which grade?
B grade.
B, we have a B grade.
Oh, that's a big call.
So I don't think there'll be any grand, I think the only grand finalist is Super Foxes. That's all it is. Mate?
So
Okay.
we should alert our viewers and most of the congregation know this, that Pete is suffering from old age and he is moving along and memory is shot. We do have a B grade and there are high quality sides, B grades.
Go Foxes.
We'll get to the girls later on. Don't worry about that. Some key B grade players won't really appreciate that. Greg Kennedy, as you guys mentioned.
He's a very good bowler.
Yeah. So what do you reckon? I mean, one of you guys going to try and snare him, or Caviar, you going to try and get him wear a skirt for the girls?
Apparently, don't they have a girl playing for their team every now and
Yeah,
then?
they do.
I've
Yeah,
seen
Andrea.
it a couple of times.
You're right. Andrea plays for
Yes.
the Mongooses. You know all about Andrea.
I did. I think I scored them one day. She played very well, actually.
Probably want to choose better words than scoring. And Rob Prosser, my skipper.
Yeah, he's a good bowler.
He's got red hair.
I think he might be the key for 12-man success.
Yeah.
If he sticks in there with the other players playing around him, otherwise it'll be hard for 12-man. He's a key player. They need to depend on him.
And without a doubt, the Wardens 11 have been incredibly well organised by Brendan Winters, and I reckon he's actually a key element of their success this season.
I think he's the guy who's made sure they all play together because they're all players from different teams. They obviously played SPL previous seasons, but he's put together a very good team, and he's made sure that they know what they're doing and they play for each other, which is very important. And I think he's done a great job with that team, and with so many egos flying in that team, I think they've done a very good job.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm very surprised with Brendan Winters' graph and charts and fielding maps.
Yeah.
That was something very different for indoor cricket, But it was a good effort because it has paid him. They are on top of the ladder and they are qualified for the final. So Brendan Winters is a key.
Yeah, it seems
Can I just butt in, Brendan? We've had a few posts on the Facebook wall here. Unsurprisingly, there's been a comment about one of the co-hosts here looking very sharp. We've also got the little kitchen lark who are here in the audience. They think we're very cool. Another person, Hamish Lindsay, has commented here that poor call from Artie. So a bit of controversy there. So
Probably need to tell Hamish to find other things to do on his Friday nights.
no, keep
Get out a little bit more.
I'm sorry, he's going to crash down the Facebook page.
Yeah, get on the Facebook, get on and make sure you send a message, drop us a line. Who you reckon looking good tonight? Obviously, Bardo showing me up. Got to try and steal a bit more of the spotlight. And we're going over to Pete.
So, Brendan, in other words, what you're saying is if you're watching tonight, you're a loser.
Hello to all our lovely viewers on the internet. Hopefully there was an ad break during that section. Now moving right along, there's some issues in B grade. Apparently it doesn't exist, so that's a pretty big issue. But 12th men, are actually struggling with injury, and Matt Ploz, as he's known, is under an injury cloud, and a couple of guys going overseas. What do you reckon that'll do to their team?
He's a good bat, isn't he, Matt? He's a good bat, and he's a very good... he obviously plays in the middle order, so he's the balance. He needs to... I think that'll be a big miss, big loss for 12 men. And, yeah, in terms of injuries and few people leaving, I think 12 men are going to struggle with those guys not, being available for the finals.
Yeah, and that's why I called that earlier, Brendan. I think it doesn't really matter who's going out of your team. It's always a matter of consistency and hitting form at the right time. And yeah, I think that's my call.
Well done, Mato. Good work. There's some selection issues for the Mongooses. I think they've got something like 20-odd players on their list. We actually can't even fit them on the statistics website. And I think they've got about 15 to pick from. They're all qualified. So, I mean, what would you do in that sort of situation?
That gives them a very good chance to pick their best 8, I know. And they've got few players sitting on the bench who can come and fill in if someone gets hurt even in the eliminator. So I think Fighting Mongoose have made a good choice of having more players in the pool and trying to give chances to everyone.
Absolutely.
That's a good call, I think. The more players you have, the better choice you have, obviously. It'll just depend on who plays on that day. Because it's a final, the loser goes back home. So, yeah, that's a very good, actually, strategy to make sure 15 players qualify.
If you were in the position of GK, captain of the Mongooses, and you had to drop some of your players, I mean, how would you break the news to them?
Yeah, look, I think there can't be any love lost in B grade, as people know. And look, you just got to... There's no point beating around the bush. You got to be honest. And look, if you can't make the cut, well, it's bad luck, really. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Team man. Well done, Baudo. Good work.
You can tell them you can still get to hold the cup if we win.
Oh yeah. Come along and support, definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So the first game actually on the Sunday, I believe, is Wardens versus the Mongooses, and a few key matchups. You want to have a chat about those? I'll hand it over to the panel and Baudo.
Yeah. What? Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, good. Paying attention.
I was reading the Facebook page. I had another couple of comments come in here.
Brandon.
Yes, watching all the way from Florence in Italy.
Yeah.
So that's great. And also Joel Buckle has commented, suggesting we should give Brendan a beer after seeing him in some fine form last night. How do you story that, Brendan?
No.
Rightio.
Yep. Good. Move along, Baudo.
Sorry, where were we up to?
Let's talk about the Wardens and Mongooses game, since you know so much about B grade.
Yeah.
Tell us about them.
Yeah, so we've got a few key issues that are coming up here, so we'll go through these with the panel in a minute. We've got Wardens missing Harry and Vishang. Guys?
That'll be a big loss. Vishang especially. Good ball, good bat. I think he's the key when it comes to opening for Wardens.
Yep.
I think they're going to miss him badly. I'm not sure if that's the eliminator, but that might be a deciding factor for them to go through. So, yeah, that'll be a big loss for them, especially Vishang.
There's also an opinion flying around the SPL traps that the Wardens struggle against high bounce, and I don't think they're the only ones prone to this. I think a few teams might be, but any guys' opinions on that?
Well, that's pretty common. Everyone is finding hard to play the bounces. It's not like open field. You're playing in a hall, and if you're going to go for the pull shots, you're going to get caught, and it's pretty hard to play here. And I think it's pretty harsh on them to say Wardens alone are finding it hard to play the bounces. Every team is having a problem to play the bounces.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've also got here that Naveen is a key player, and I couldn't agree more with this. Tearing through teams. I think he'll go close to taking them through, but not quite. What your guys' opinions on that?
I think obviously you can see the stats. He's number 3 in the list of highest wicket takers. So he's a key. But the most important thing for him to do would be to keep his cool.
Yeah.
And that's where I think Brendan Winters has done a great job this season. Handling players like Naveen is very hard, but I think he's managed him really well. And he's obviously become a boon to the team rather than, being. So, yeah, Naveen would be a key player, especially Vishang missing out. those 4 overs of Naveen would be very key.
Yeah, definitely make up the 4 overs. We've also got, will Dermo be able to keep his head in check?
Dermo's a very big hitter. Deals in sixes.
He's a left-hander, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
He is now if he isn't.
He's a good bat. He's a very good bat. I've seen a lot of fighting mongoose games. I've umpired a few games.
Yeah, me too.
They are very good.
We've also got Jamie's in great bowling form. Is Jamie on the stats here?
Yep, he's on.
No.
No, he's not. So he must have hit a bit of good form late, which I keep reiterating this. It's not about your form through the season a whole lot. If you scrape in, you're in form now.
Yeah.
As Jamie is, can he bring his team to the finals?
Well, if he's in a good form, because I've never seen him bowling. I just got confused with Greg and Jamie. Sorry for that. I haven't seen him bowling, but if he's in a good form, obviously it's going to make a big difference in the finals.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we've also talked about Greg previously, about his supply to the Cup grade team. Will he be able to replicate that form in the final series in B grade, do we think?
I have a strong feeling he underplays himself in B grade because he doesn't bowl unless they really require him to bowl. So I think it's time for him to, he's a captain, so he makes the call at the end of the day. So I think he needs to realize that if they have to make it to the finals, he has to bowl a lot more. He just bowls once in a while when they really need him to bowl. Otherwise, he doesn't bowl. And with that, he's ended up taking the highest number of wickets. That shows the quality of it. And apparently, I think he's a Melbourne Uni first division bowling coach.
You're right.
Just with that, you pointed out that he's taken the most number of wickets. I've got to ask Pete. We've got, by coincidence, 6 equal highest scoring wicket takers, all on 16 wickets in B grade. Are they all going to get a trophy?
Considering the trophies we've got, yeah, no problem. But Brendan, it worries me that this mongoose side, there's a fellow with an enormous head, is that right? There's a fellow who doesn't even appear in the stats, and someone who's not even trying, so not much hope there, I think.
The last one, that was awkward, wasn't it? Yeah, nice. Just a nice little casual moment that we had there.
I was just going to bring in another Facebook comment. It's on fire, the Facebook.
I've got beers too.
We've got that request for you, Joel Buckle. I've just been asked to give a shout out here to a couple of family members in Bradley and Matthew, my nephews. So g'day and thanks for watching.
So they did manage to get on the internet.
Yeah, they are there. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope I'm doing you proud.
All right, moving right along. We've got heaps of games to get through. Hawthorn Strikers versus the Designated Drinkers. That's the 4 versus 5.
4 versus
5. Well done, Brendan.
Yeah, good.
Sohan, the captain, had a massive argument with one of the other players about some decision making in the game last week. What do we reckon? Sohan, is leadership going to come under question at the end of the season?
Yeah, look, I think that's unfair. We all know playing there, it gets very heated in that cage and they're in battle. And I think stick up for his team, and I think he'll recognise when he needs to rein it in. And I think that's what's going to get teams through finals: passion. And
that's interesting because you wrote that one.
No, I definitely did not. It's a stitch up.
Anu is a massive massive player for the Designated Drinkers. I think he's on the top run scorers in there somewhere.
I think it's number 3. Yeah. He's a good bat.
Yeah, he sure is. Josh is he's probably an MVP contender. He's great with the bat and great with the ball. Or was that a Miller? One of the two.
He's definitely great with the bat. Just reading off the stats there.
Yep, they're doing well.
I think Designated Drinkers have a very good chance because that's an eliminator, right? They are a much balanced side, but then they're playing Hawthorn Strikers. That'll be a very good game. If whoever wins, I have a strong feeling we'll end up playing the final.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. The Hawthorn Strikers, they've got 2 bowlers, 16 and 15 wickets on the wicket takers, and I think there's a bloke who scored, Amit from the Hawthorn Strikers, scored 80.
Yeah.
last game, so they're in a very good position. Obviously tough winning it from 4th and 5th, but anything can happen. Yep, good. We're going to move right along to the panelist tips. So we want your tip for the games, for both games, and also who you think will win B grade. So we'll start with you, Bado. Hawthorn Strikers versus Designated Drinkers.
Yeah, I've said before that Designated Drinkers are going to make the grand final, so they're definitely going to get up here.
Yep, and Wardens. So in which case, Wardens versus Mongooses would be a waste of time, but we need a tip anyway.
Well, yeah, I think Wardens will just get the biscuits there. I think.
Very good, Caviar.
I don't
Have you
know,
seen a B grade game
yes,
before?
I did. I've seen a couple of games
My
of
12th
Hawthorn
men.
Strikers and Fighting Mongoose.
And 12th men.
I've never
Good looking
seen 12
side
men
and should
playing.
get to their games.
No. I know what your trick question is, but I'm going to shoot back on you on that one.
I need a tip, Caviar. Hawthorn Strikers and Designated
Yes,
Drinkers.
I reckon that would be a pretty good game, and it's tough to say who's going to win that game, but definitely the one who wins that is making to at least the semis, for sure.
Yep.
And
the team will be?
Say Hawthorn Strikers?
Good. Very good. And Wardens versus Mongooses.
I guess Mongooses, if they... Depends on the players they pick, because they've got a big team. So let's see who they pick, and I give my thumbs up for Mongooses. Yeah.
Very good. Artie?
I think out of these 4 teams, 2 are going to make it to the finals. As I told earlier, it's going to be Wardens
Yep.
and Hawthorn Strikers. Yeah.
Fantastic. And Shankar?
I'll go with Mongooses because they've got a pretty good bowling compared to Warden's 11. And if you see Warden's 11 batting, it's pretty shaky. And Fighting Mongooses have got a very good bowlers. I'm sure Mongooses can make to the finals. To be honest, I've never watched a match between Hawthorn Strikers or Designated Drinkers.
Why would you? B grade.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But looking at the
We love the B
stats,
grade.
I think Hawthorn Strikers are a better team compared to Designated Drinkers. So I'll go with Hawthorn Strikers.
Cool, big call. And of course, presentation night coming up in a couple of weeks' time, just before the grand final. And the best and fairest player will be awarded SPL B grade only man of the season in B grade. A couple of names. Any contenders you guys reckon?
Greg?
Yep, Greg's been talked about. Greg Kennedy from the Mongooses, absolutely.
Yep. And
So just Greg. At the
Yeah,
moment.
well,
I think Greg is
So Greg
outstanding.
will.
I think,
Congratulations.
I think Marky J from the Auburn Boys is
Yeah,
a
big
very
call.
strong chance
Big
there.
smoky.
Not only is he the leading run scorer, he also features among the wickets, and possibly not too many other players stealing votes off him there.
Skip
yeah,
a
so I think he might rate a very strong chance.
Yeah, I just want to throw in a word to Rob Prosser's chances, my skipper. So I reckon he's a very good chance. Rob, give you a bowl in the final, please. It'll be good.
I think he's already won once, right? He
Who's
won
that,
the
Rob Prosser?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's
From
2
memory.
seasons ago, was it? He's good.
He
I
may
think,
have.
I think he might.
He's got red hair, so that gets you a long way. And finally, we can't forget the teams that did make it to the finals, of course, and that's the Auburn Boys, forward, defensive, and air swing. Auburn Boys pretty unlucky to be knocked out. They were in a good position and just got done by a bonus point in the end. Got bumped out of your former team, Bado.
Yeah, used to play the Auburn Boys, but they got rid of me. They didn't want me anymore. But yeah, they were very unlucky. They are. Yeah, very unlucky if they'd won their last game. They would have been in. But,
And big issue of forward defensive. We relegate and promote teams at the end of the season. Forward defensive have only one way down, and that's to the girls' grade.
well, is that down, Brendan? Is that down?
Yep. Bado. Shut up. And air swing, very unlucky, as we mentioned earlier, to get done as well. So that's B grade for you, and we're looking forward to Sunday, and hopefully we'll see if your tips are right or wrong. All right, moving right along, community service announcement. Presentation night, I've been harping about this for a long time now, and grand final day is coming up. So just want to give a quick spiel on presentation night, especially to the new teams who haven't been to one before. It's basically at the end of every game, the teams, the umpires give a 3-2-1 vote, a bit like the AFL Brownlow medal, and that's for each grade. And on presentation night, we award the prize. We have the vote count, and we award the SPL Best and Fairest Players of the season. We've also got heaps of other awards for batting, bowling, and will you feature in that, Batto, at all? In the awards.
Very high chance.
Yep, of course. Yep.
Next season?
Yeah. Next season, yeah. So it's a red carpet event. We will actually have red carpet. SPL budget's out of proportion at the moment, so we're going with red carpet, believe it or not. Video highlights. You may have seen a few things posted on Facebook so far. There'll be plenty more of those. Grand final previews. There'll be trivia. We'll have a grand final ticket auction, so there'll be exclusive seats, a corporate box, seats behind. Very nice couch behind the umpire, and we'll auction them off. Big one will be Streaker Vision. Now, Shankar, I believe you're in the very fortunate position of witnessing the Streaker, and do you want to give us a bit of a preview into what you thought? Obviously, a bit too embarrassed to talk, but obviously very impressed by that reaction. We will have Streaker Vision. And we will have our own version of Street Talk, Bado.
Yeah, who will be running that, Brendan?
You will.
Excellent, excellent.
So that's on Friday the 6th of July at 7 p.m. Make sure you mark it down. It's $25 a head, and that includes a 2-course meal. And make sure you get onto the Facebook website and RSVP as soon as possible, preferably within the next week, so you can get catering sorted out. Now, we're moving along. Artie, I believe you're going to give us some SPL cricket tips. Now, Artie is self-proclaimed best player of our SPL. I've heard that quite a few times playing under him, and he's going to give us a couple of tips as to how we should play this game, Artie. So we're all listening very intently.
I think it gets down to basics, but if you really break it down even more simpler, I think there are two key things that would help win SPL. One is running, getting your running right, and the other one is fielding. Best fielding team would make it to the grand final, there's no doubt about it. Any grade, doesn't matter. And the team that gets the running part right will make it to the grand final as well. Alright, might even end up winning. So, I can't really stress, running is a key. There are two ways of doing it. You either pick a ball, trust your non-striker, run for it, or pick your spots behind square, in front of the bowler, behind the second 2 runs line. There are different ways of doing it. For example, just say you pick a leg side. You can, every time a ball goes to the leg side, you're running. The non-striker has to just respond to it. Now, the key thing in terms of running is calling, getting the call right, and apart from that would be communicating with communicating with the non-striker. You have to let him know as to which ball you're going to run and for which and you also pick the area. So that's key. And fielding, soft hands. I think in indoor cricket, that's very key. Getting your fielding right, not dropping catches during really key moments. Catches win matches, there's no doubt about it. Soft hands, yeah. I think these two features, whichever team gets these two things right on that day, I think most probably will end up winning the finals.
There you go. Big words from a man who does not even playing in finals. There you go. Take that with a grain of salt. If you want to listen to him, you can. I wouldn't if I were you.
With players
there you go. Now he comes calling back. What do you got, Artie?
With players like you, I'm not going to win. That's the problem. I've got players like you.
Talk it up.
I've got players who are 45 plus. It makes it hard for us to win.
So your tip would be to run.
Yeah, run.
Yep. Run and catch.
Filling.
They seem like fairly obvious things to me. But there you go. A great insight to the game, Artie. Thank you very much.
Right.
Obviously, you worked long and hard on those tips. Very good. Now, just to change a bit of a different tone and move away from the cricket a little bit, Black Caviar, the Australian racehorse, is racing Sunday morning in the Diamond Jubilee, a massive, massive race. Currently, Black Caviar has won 22 races in a row, and if she wins the Diamond Jubilee, it'll be the 22nd straight victory, which will rival the likes of Farlap. And now, you may or may not have heard that there was a security breach in London today in the stables. Now, that was actually us. We probably shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but that was us, and we managed to break in and steal Black Caviar for today, believe it or not. So a round of applause for that. Thank you. Yep. And we actually have Black Caviar in the studio today for an exclusive interview with Baudo. Welcome, Black Caviar.
Do you reckon? Do you want to bet on Black Caviar this Sunday?
$1.30 odds. Why wouldn't you? He's looking a bit. He's a bit out of form at the moment, but I'll leave it to you, Baudo.
It's good to see you, Black Caviar. Thanks for making the trip. It's an honour to have you with us. How are you feeling before tomorrow's big race? Anything? How are you feeling?
We'll just give him a moment to just work it out. Caviar, just.
My name is Black Caviar. I'm a racehorse. I'm fast and sexy, and I think you are quite handsome.
Thank you. That's very nice. Moving along. Do you rate yourself a chance in tomorrow's big race?
Tomorrow I race at Royal Ascot. The Queen will be there. I want to smash all the pommy horses.
Ooh, are we allowed to say pommy, Baudo?
Good. Nothing better than smashing a pommy. Do you know anything about cricket? And more specifically, have you heard of SPL and any of the players here?
I've heard of SPL Cricket. I know who the rats are with Hilsey and Power. They fight with a black horse. Sometimes men just take things too seriously. Like the jockeys on my back. I'm just going to roll over and crush all of those little buggers.
Good, nice and controversial.
Very controversial, Black Caviar.
So you mentioned about how the bloke's very serious, but he's winning everything to you, and wouldn't you like just one day to prance with the wind in your name?
Hi, my name is Black Caviar, and I'm fast and have never lost. Not like Odie and Saint Columbus.
Very good. How do you cope with race day pressure and the massive expectations that you have to deal with?
Sometimes I get nervous and need to relieve myself before a big race, becoming embarrassing in front of the beautiful ladies on Oaks Day. I don't mind spraying the horses behind me though.
We might need to put Black Caviar down at this rate, Baudo.
There's nothing like a nervous wee though. Is there anything else you'd like to achieve in your stellar career so far?
I would like to meet Farlap and maybe we'd get together. We would make a packet from our kids.
Oh,
Hero, other stallions, Pegasus, and I have a mad crush on Brad Pitt. And now Vendo, of course.
That's very understandable.
On you, Baudo.
Black Caviar, very understandable. So here at SPL, we're about to enter the finals. Very nervous time of year. I'm just wondering if you have any advice for us on how to handle our nerves and jitters.
I would advise you to roll in some hay, perhaps eat some oats or any performance-enhancing drugs you can get your hooves on. Don't wear blinkers, they're very annoying. Almost as annoying as those pesky little jockeys. I swear I'll backflip on one of those little monkeys if they ever take the whip out. Other than that, self-belief, focus and carrot are all important in my preparation.
Good. I'm glad you finally gave us some applicable things there. Look, we'd love to have you back for a game at SPL sometime, and it'd be great to have you at St Columns. So we'd just like to say good luck for tomorrow, and it's been good having you.
Thank you. When I retire, I'd love to come and play one day. Which girls' team would I play for? They would have to be a team of old nags. I'd like to come to St. Columbs for communion too. I'm a thoroughbred Christian horse, you know. I hear Mike Flynn is a very good preacher.
I think that's enough of Black Caviar.
My name is Black Caviar.
Yeah, thank you, Black Caviar.
Very fast. I hope I can win tomorrow and do Australia proud. Don't forget, always all onto your bat, and if things are not going well, put some manure on the wicket. It will get sticky. Oh no, could I have your phone number?
Like Caviar, before you go, we've got something special for you. We have a hamper here of some things that we know many of our SPL people really appreciate. They include excess energy drinks. You're familiar with them? Oh, excellent. We have some other special things here. We have one of Prisk's pies from the cafe. I'm sure you'll appreciate that.
Very good.
And we have some other... Oh, now I'm a little embarrassed actually, because I thought that we had blokes coming on, and Black Caviar was such a surprise. I've been caught out here. Many of the items in our hamper are actually... the SPL administration's been getting a little bit concerned about the, shall we say, the tone of the fragrance in the arena of late, particularly when the boys are playing. And so we've brought along quite a lot of deodorants. Let's be plain, deodorants for the boys. And so I've got quite a few of them in here. But Black Caviar, I'm sorry. Well, if you want to, okay, go for it. We have Nivea products, we have Lynx, and Extreme Comfort. So I hope you'll appreciate them. Thank you, Black Caviar, for joining us today.
Jeez, comedy gold, Bowdo. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, boys. Now, we're actually, believe it or not, we're going to take an ad break, and during the break we'll play a bit of a video for you, and this actually dates back to about 2.5 years ago. But before we do get to that, jumping the gun, Brendan, we actually have another ad from Rob, so we'll hand it over to Handy's ads.
Okay. Thanks, Brendan.
You're welcome. Got there.
Excuse me. Actually, many of our SPL friends may not be aware that this operation here, the St Colum's Premier League, is actually on a church property, the St Colum's Church. And so I thought this would be an appropriate moment for us to express, as SPL, our gratitude for the generosity of the St Colum's Church in providing this hall, in doing it up for us, a unique venue for what we do in indoor cricket. We have a lot of fun here and we really appreciate that. And so not only has the hall been provided, but funding, and so we're really the beneficiaries of that. The St Colum's Church is more than a building or a hall. It's a vibrant community of people in this Hawthorn area, and it has a really good outreach focus. It's not just inward looking, and people who care and are concerned for people. And in fact, I'm told that the whole church community pray for us in the SPL regularly. And I don't know about you, but to me that makes a lot of sense, and I really appreciate that. So just a little bit about what happens in the church outside of SPL. There is a service here in the main church building, 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings, and all are welcome to that. Doesn't matter what age you are or what background you are, you're most welcome. And they also have special program for the youngsters. Children can go out and do their own kids' church, and they have a lot of fun. And the youth have a really cool church. It's so cool that you wouldn't know it's church, and that happens while the others are meeting in the main church.
It's run by Pete Horsford.
Yeah. And it's run by our legend, Pete. So thanks, Pete, for reminding us of that. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but when you're playing on a Sunday afternoon here at the SPL, there's something happening here in the cafe. And that's actually another time that some of the church community get together each Sunday at 5 o'clock. And so it's a different style of meeting together, but it's over in the cafe, obviously, over food and drink. And you're most welcome to join them there too, with the lovely Prisk and others. There are other children's and youth activities during the week. Those of you who have met excuse me, those of you who have met the lovely Colette from Hit and Run, she's actually in charge of the children's programs. They put on playgroups, they have mainly music. We're looking forward to one day one of the youngsters in the mainly music group becoming Hawthorn's first major rock star. There's also youth activities on a Friday night. The youth get together and have a lot of fun, and also have camps from time to time. And of course Pete, the legendary Pete, we all know Pete, is involved with the young people here. But also Lucy of Super Foxes, I believe, is a leader of the youth work. So just wanted to connect you with that, because there's a lot of stuff happens around here that's not just cricket. And just on the aside, and while you're on the website there, obviously you're on the St Columns website. After the program, not now, keep on this program on our streaming, but after the program,
Rob, the way we're going.
have a quick look around at what happens in St Columns. And just finally, I was told to advertise to you about the opportunity for weddings to be held in the church. If any of you are getting a little close. Not looking at anybody in particular.
Were you talking about black caviar and bottom?
I just thought if you're getting a bit close to somebody, if things are starting to move along, maybe wedding bells are hinted in the future, St Columns Church would be a great place to get married. And we'd all love to be there to cheer you on. So whether that's Kavita and Artie or somebody else... sorry. We're moving right along. The other thing that St Columns does really well is funerals. And so if any of you are concerned about falling off the perch in the near future, consider St Columns.
We do.
Thanks, Brendan.
We do bloody good funerals, Rob. We do really well. Thank you very much for that, Rob. And that's right, to all those guys at St Columns watching this, we do really appreciate all your hard work and effort, and thank you for your prayers. And you can sort of see the fruits of what we've done and what we've got going on here. It's a pretty amazing thing to be a part of. So I hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and kind of this is the way of the future for us too. So it's pretty exciting. Now we are going to go to an ad break. We need to compose myself. I need to sink a bit more of this beer down. So we are going to show you something that dates back to the very start of SPL, a very sexy voiceover, and it's done by myself, and that came out wrong, didn't it? Yep, I rate myself pretty highly. Anyway, it's the SPL1 rules video. Now, the reason why we've chosen this video is just have a look, and this is particularly, well, St Columns congregation, if you haven't been to an SPL game before, you might learn a few things, pick up a few of the rules and sneak in for a game. But for those of you who are playing and are part of SPL, have a look at this video and have a look at just how different the competition is. You won't recognise the place. So we'll head over to that video now, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. So thank you.
Firstly, the run zones. 1 run is scored for any ball hit in these areas in red. 2 runs are scored for any ball hit in these areas shown in orange. 3 runs are scored for any ball hit in these areas in aqua. 4 runs are scored for any ball hit in these areas in green. They include the 2 side doors shown here and the back wall on the bounce. 6 runs are scored for any ball hit on the full into the back wall shown in yellow. The dead zone is shown here in pink. If the ball is hit into these areas, no runs can be scored, but the batsman may be caught. Running between wickets is from the halfway line to the batting crease. 2 runs are scored per run. To promote safety, batsmen are encouraged to run in these zones shown in red. To avoid collisions, be wary of fielders when running. SPL provides all equipment. Wicket-keeping gloves and mask are required for the keeper. We have a selection of indoor batting gloves available. We also have a range of indoor bats. Unfortunately, due to health and safety issues, players are not allowed to use their own bats. When a ball happens to leave the playing area, as shown in this video here, do not retrieve it. The umpire will replace it immediately. Teams waiting for the next game should wait and spectate from the grandstand. The batting team should stay inside the dugout during the innings. There is also a kiosk to buy food and drink from at any time. Ensure that you make use of your 20 overs and bat them out. Pacing your innings and consistent scoring will give you every chance of posting a competitive score. Sometimes umpires will get the decision wrong. Please respect the umpire's decision and do not argue with the decision. The umpire has the right to issue penalties for any foul play. Playing normal cricket shots usually results in the most successful innings. Do not feel the pressure to hit every ball for 6. Pace your innings, look for gaps, rotate the strike, and take the runs. But above all, have fun.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. I think it played about 3 or 4 times, so apologies for that. For those of you just joining us in now, welcome to the SPL and St Columns live stream. Welcome to the website. This is our first time streaming and we're sort of launching our final series and this streaming technology, very high-tech stuff, Bowdo. And they'll be utilised over the next couple of weeks. Now, we are live and interactive tonight, so if you are on Facebook, as Hamish Lindsay has been on it quite a number of times, so wherever you are, Hamish, hope you're having fun at home by yourself tonight. keep it up on Facebook. Now, someone sent in... it was actually Hamish Lindsay, believe it or not. That black caviar might be related to you, Bowdo. A bit of a horse joke, a bit of a low blow there.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh.
A bit harsh, and
I'll get him later.
No, I think they looked alike. Yeah.
Oh, please, guys.
All of you stop it. Take Lady's opinion. He is the best looking man in the hall today.
Well, we're going to...
That is...
Steady on. Steady on. We haven't even gotten to the romances of the competition just yet, but... it's getting a bit heated in here.
It's a lot more accurate.
Crikey. And Jordan's also sent us a text that he reckons you're a stud.
Understand really.
Of the stable and the variety, no doubt.
Pete wants to have a bit of input here.
Yep. Pete?
It occurs to me that we might be dealing with deaf, dumb and blind there, I think, after that comment.
Oh, that's harsh. But I agree
that
about
is
it.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't agree at all.
All right, so we do have some content to get through tonight. Unfortunately, or fortunately, and we're moving on to A grades. So, final 5 teams. Congratulations to these guys: Old Firm, Just Want to Bat, Highlanders, Golden Ducks, and Just Relax. Well done to those teams. Throw it over to the panel. Who do you think will be the grand finalists, guys?
Old Firm.
Short and sharp from Shankar.
Well, I'm sure they're going to win the Grade A finals, and I don't think so.
Jeez, I tell you what, you can't write off Just Want to Bat. They're a good team. Golden Ducks have Al Knox in there. You don't want to offend him right now. He's behind the desk. He can cut your mic very quickly.
Well, he can, but to be honest, Golden Ducks can make it to finals.
Well, cop that out. Not happy. Right, just move the camera out so Shankar's not in view anymore. Highlanders. Now, come on, they're a good team.
Yeah, they're a very good team. They have got a very good bowling lineup, so I think Highlanders can make it to finals. Yeah.
Bowdo's gone silent again.
I was...
Just contemplating A grade.
Yeah, I am.
Yep. Audi? So we need the grand finalists, so 2 teams. So we've got Old Firm. Everyone reckons Old Firm's in?
No, not really.
No, not really.
No, I think Just Relax. because they know how to win. They were in the grand final last season. I think they have a good chance. And Islanders, without Vishang, is going to be a factor there.
Highlanders do have Vishang, don't they?
They do have Vishang.
They do have Vishang.
Because is Vishang playing for Wardens or is Vishang playing for Islanders?
He's playing for Islanders.
Oh, that's the difference. So yeah, I think Islanders and just relax is my bet. Yeah, for the final.
Caviar, got to say?
I would want Highlanders to win because they're the reason I'm here.
Jeez,
But I've seen Just Relax play during the co-ed game.
Do you want to do you want to elaborate on why they're the reason you're here?
Being a bit partial, but fairly speaking, I've seen Just Relax play against the co-ed during the co-ed game, and that's the only game I saw. But they're a pretty good side, and yeah, probably Just Relax and
Okay.
Highlanders.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, very interesting. Top of the ladder and top of number 1 and number 5. You reckon will be into the grand final? Very, very big call about it.
We've got a few players from Ducks. We got a few players from Ducks in the crowd who are really unhappy that none of the 3 panelists have picked up the Ducks. Probably it's time one of you guys pick up the Ducks.
No, look, I'd have to agree with Kavita. I think.
Of course you would.
I don't think you can go past Old Firm. The only question mark is their bowling, whether they're too reliant on their batting and if that can be taken advantage of. And yeah, as Artie said, Just Relax. I actually played against them in a grand final last year, and I don't know if they know how to win. We beat them there, but yeah, I think they know how to get there, and yeah, I think they'll get the job done from 5th.
There you go. Very big calls, but Just Relax and Old Firm. Now, who are going to be the key players in the A grade, do you reckon?
I think Mendes.
Yeah, he's been massive. How many runs has he scored? I think 200 runs and taken quite a few wickets too. So he's a huge player for Old Firm. 250 runs. It's more than you made better.
No.
I don't think it is, actually. Sorry, no. Hang on. We'll get to you very shortly. But
More than you, though.
Shut up.
And yeah, I think he's also in the top 5 wicket takers. So that's a good call, Shanks. Yeah, I think Mendes would be a big player. And anybody else?
I would reckon Vishank, if he sorts his batting out, can be a good player because he's apparently a good bowler and a good fielder. And if he hits off well with the batting, yes.
I think we shouldn't forget Dong.
Yeah.
Dong is the player to watch out.
Is he going to be back for the finals?
Where's he going?
I thought he was under an injury cloud, but I could be wrong there. Could be very wrong.
Well, yeah, probably. Yep. Well, I think you're right. He did say to me a couple of weeks ago that he had an injury of being too good looking. So,
I know the feeling, mate.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Just Relax. You got AJ there to the batting. Left-hander, I can't go past left-handers. I think he'll go very well.
That's a wrong call again. AJ is a right-handed batsman.
Yes, he can't go.
No, he's been playing right-handed.
Yeah, you cannot go past right-handers, as I said. And I think Cam with the ball does a bit both ways and very hard to get a hold of. So.
Just want to throw in Mr. Al Knox in there just because we probably need to.
I was about to say that. Put an Al Knox in it.
I don't understand why he's on this list.
Exactly.
Yeah, neither do I. He wrote it, so, you know. It's only fair that we...
No wonder. I was surprised to see his name there.
All right, we've got some issues to discuss, panel. Now, Tony is a very good batsman for the Golden Ducks. He hasn't been playing. He's been missing of late. Will he turn up?
Is he qualified? I think he's qualified. There are a couple of people.
That's a valid question, Artie.
Yeah. I think the audience, there are a couple of players from the Ducks in the audience. Is he qualified? Yeah. So, yeah.
Chris gives us the nod.
Yeah. So, I think, yeah, Tony is a factor there. If he can come and he's a very good bat. And Dong needs Al and Tony to fire. Absolutely. Otherwise, the eliminator, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, the Ducks had an absolute flyer to the season. I think they were on top of the ladder for quite a few rounds.
Jeez. Great one.
I didn't know.
Oh, wow.
I work out what everyone was laughing about.
You should probably keep going, mate.
Probably sip on my beer. That was clever, wasn't it? I've lost my train of thought. That was that good. Can they regroup after some? They've lost quite a few games in the last couple of rounds and had a bit of a struggle. So can they? Do you reckon they can come back?
Yes, I think so, because it's just a matter of time. You have to believe in your own talents, and they have to come up. I've played a couple of matches against Ducks in the past. I've seen they're a very good fielding team. They don't give up just like that. They try till the last ball. And to be honest, we have lost against Ducks in the season 1. So I think Ducks can come back really hard. So.
There you go. All's not lost, Al. You've got a chance.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, sorry, Cheng. I think they're absolutely not a chance. Too reliant on 2 key players. You can't have any problems. Sorry.
Roast duck then.
Good again, Brendan. Good again.
Because
It wasn't as good as the flyer.
yeah, it all comes down to the eliminator bit, because they're playing fourth and the fifth. 4 versus 5, and I think they're playing that game. So it all just comes down to that, and yeah. But I think they have in them. They might scrape through.
Okay. All right. Now, just want to bat. As we mentioned earlier, had a massive loss to Old Firm earlier this week. It was about 200 runs to not very many. Is that going to hurt them? Is that going to hurt them into finals?
Yeah, definitely. It's a very bad time of the year to start experiencing those types of losses. I know you with St Column Storm there in the Cup grade have experienced a few of those, and yeah, I think it's one of the mental edges. Yeah, very important. And no.
I wouldn't give them a chance, considering the quality you see in the other side. Yeah, if they make it,
You don't give them a chance.
Not really.
Just want to bat.
Yeah, considering the quality, if you see.
Have you seen their uniforms?
Yes, orange. They play the Dutch. I think they go with the Dutch orange. Yeah.
So, Pete, do you have an opinion on this?
Yeah, just to want to bet, don't look very much like the Dutch to me.
The Dutch is having a bad time at the Euros. They're out. Yeah, so.
Whatever, Artie. Yeah, just want to bat. Like, really, they're very honest, They just want to bat. Can't bowl.
Another zinger. Thanks, Trevor. As you guys mentioned earlier, Just Relax have had finals experience, so that'll be a massive advantage for them. However, we do know from their finals experience that their the better halves from the Cougars, they're not so keen on the attention and the cheering and the support. So what do you guys make of that?
I think Cougars might end up distracting Just Relax.
Yeah, you reckon? Bit eye candy out there?
No comments.
No comments? Bowder, you're probably the most appropriate to comment on this.
Exactly.
Distractions from the Cougars.
I would not know why, but yeah, very chalk and cheese there with the attitudes. Yeah, the Cougars are getting up and about. And
Yep. You know who the Cougars are?
yes,
Yep.
I do.
Good.
He definitely knows
Can
who
you
the
name
Cougars
a
are.
player off the top of your head? Without looking at the sheet? I don't believe that.
Yeah, I'm with Brendan actually. We had this discussion.
We will have this discussion later. So
off the camera.
we're not done with you just yet. The last one is Highlanders, as we mentioned, is a very, very big chance of making it to the big one. They've actually had 3 or 4 forfeits, courtesy of our good friends from Rock Lobster and OU. Wherever you are, if you're still around, hope you're watching, and pay your money when you can. Will that hurt them back in match time?
I don't think so, because I think they're a good side. They are one of my favourites to actually make it to the grand final. But then again, yeah, it depends on that day, whichever whoever turns up for them. That's again an issue with our leaders. They're never sure about their rate till the last moment. They just bring players and make them play. So whoever turns up.
I think there's an underlying issue of commitment there.
Yeah.
You can't just go missing games and then expect to romp it in finals. I don't think.
Their opposition forfeited, not them.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
The opposition.
Yeah.
He's still lost in the Cougars.
Yeah.
But you still can't go missing games, and that's a very valid point.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to hurt them.
Yeah, lack of match practice. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a good call.
Yeah. Thank you, Artie. Thank you, Artie. So we'll have a look at the 2 games. The 2 games will be Just One About versus Highlanders. Any particular points the panel reckons will come out of that game?
Islanders, if Vishang clicks.
Sorry?
If Vishang clicks, he plays well, I think Islanders would be...
It's not a one-man sport, though.
But
They have got Dudu to support him.
Exactly, he's right.
It's not a two-man sport.
Well, in SPL, I've seen matches where losing 5 wickets and chasing another 30 or 40 runs, 1 wicket has done it. So with cricket, I will say yes, two players can change the game.
Very cool.
But if you really see the stats, there are only few players who are in the top 10 in Just One a Bat. Oh, I'm sorry, Islanders. That's actually a good indication that they're more of a team, rather than individual performances. So that's why I raised them high.
I think they just want to bat, and Artie alluded to this with his skills session earlier, which was a beauty. Artie, well done. They don't run a whole lot, and I think they'll need to work on that a lot if they want to progress further.
They will, yes, yeah, they will. Correct. Sorry, paying attention. Anything else? Just Want to bat?
I think their batting is their strength. That's obvious from the name, but yeah, if their batting clicks, then they have a chance because their bowling is very weak. That's very, very obvious from the stats. It's very weak. So yeah, their batting is the key. If they click, then yeah.
And I also think Hanif, he plays a major role in the team because he brings the team together and he makes sure everyone is in the game. That's kind of a positive side, like Hanif can change the game for them.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
We've just had another couple of comments here on the old Facebook page. Feel free to give your comments. We're loving them, coming in thick and fast. But Mary is giving a compliment to young Al behind the scenes here, saying great work on the audio, Al, coming through loud and clear. And Hamish is on here again. He's enjoying that we're making some tough calls.
We appreciate your comments, Hamish. Glad you're enjoying the show from home. Maybe spend some time off the computer at some point or off the phone. There is a world outside. Thank you for watching, but hey.
I think Pete's got something to say.
He does, he sure does.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about Hamish. The Res girls have gone home for the holidays, haven't they? So obviously Hamish has not got too much to do.
You're dead right there, Pete. It's left him with not a lot to do in his spare time. He doesn't mind the old womanising the Hamish, but who can blame him? But so I think he can't wait till the girls get back. It'll be all right.
I agree. I'm pushing on. Golden Ducks versus Just Relax. Panel.
Me?
Yeah, it's your new nickname. You're a panel. That's how boring you are, Caviar.
Golden Ducks been my favourite since season 2 because I've been seeing them since season 2, and they did make it to the finals in season 2, didn't they? And they're apparently a very good fielding side, but I haven't seen Just Relax playing, so I don't have much to say about them. But Golden Ducks, they're definitely a good side for me.
Young Tien from the Golden Ducks, one of our youngest players, is growing very tall very quickly.
Very
that was an actual joke. You feel free to laugh, crowd. That was an actual. Never mind. That was an actual joke.
His Dom's brother, yeah.
Sorry.
His Dom's brother.
Yep.
Yeah. He's a future SPL star in the making.
Yeah. Speaking of Dong, and we've mentioned him earlier. He's been in hot form, and if he can carry that in, I think they're a good chance to topple Just Relax. I know I tipped them for the grand final, but you never know if Dong's on his game.
Cool.
He's always on his game.
There are a few. I know AJ's under a bit of injury from Just Relax. He's struggled a little bit in last couple of games, but never. I don't think you can write him off with Todd and Kama. Kama, big tall guy, getting a lot of awkward bounce. Golden Ducks, very short team, literally. That's true. So it's not hard to get a bit of bounce, and should be a very interesting game. So we look forward to that one on Sunday.
I think the winner will make it to the final.
You think?
Yes. Yes.
You do realise old firm are in there.
Yeah.
I think I've seen old firm. They lose crucial games.
Ooh, that was a bit harsh.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them because I've played a lot of full film games.
Yep, maybe that's why they lost.
I think the bowling is not as strong as compared to
If there are any Old Firm people watching out there, feel free to send us your comments about Artie's umpiring. We'd love to hear it. Love it. Now, your tips, guys. I know we've got Shanko, you reckon Old Firm.
Yep.
Artie, you reckon
Just Relax and Highlanders.
But they can be on
Highlanders. Yep. Caviar?
Golden Ducks and Highlanders.
Just for the grand final.
This is for the grand final.
Yeah, I think Just Relax, and Just Relax will come from 5th versus the Old Firm.
Jeez, that's 2 5th and 1st. And who's going to win? Anna?
That's a good question, Brendan. I think Just Relax will do it. I like their team. Got good all-round ability, and I think they'll do it.
Big call. Big call.
And they run. I think they're one of the best running sides in A grade. They get their running better than most of the sides in A grade. That might be a factor.
There you go. All right, and once again, for those of you just joining us now, a couple of things. If you've sort of been interrupted by ad breaks, that's not our fault. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money to pay for full broadcasting. We will one day when you start paying us more money, but unfortunately you're going to have to deal with ads from Ford and Coles. I think Curtis Stone's on the Coles ad, so there's a bit of eye candy for the girls.
I think he's pretty good looking, do you, mate? Or?
Well, just saying, very popular.
I think his food is
Better looking than you anyway, Bowdo.
That's not hard, mate.
And presentation night is coming up in 2 weeks' time, and the best player of the season will be decided on that night. We have the vote count, and who do you guys reckon will be a chance in that one?
Dong.
Yep.
He's on top of his batting and good form in bowling as well. So I think Dong
he's
can
leading run scorer and nearly second leading wicket taker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Dong's going to win.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
I don't think you
So
can,
the rest of A grade don't bother turning up.
don't know if you can rule out AJ though. I think he's the cornerstone of Just Relax's batting with his quality right-hand batting, and throws a few tweakers in there too. There's nothing wrong with a few tweakers in the old SPL, and I think he might surprise a few, if not win it.
Big call, big call. And I'd like to throw in Danny from Rock Lobster. I know they've forfeited about 50 games, but which makes it difficult to earn votes. But he's been very, very strong for Rock Lobster. So
yes.
Anyone's game, I reckon. Mostly Dongs though. Best of the rest. Now we can't forget JCC were very unlucky to miss out. They had to win a game, their last game, to get through, and didn't quite get across the line. So bad luck to them, but I think their first season in, straight into A grade, a very good effort.
Yeah, definitely.
IU and Rock Lobster probably cost themselves by not turning up a little bit, but also pretty straightforward seasons.
Yeah, I think
to put it nicely.
I think I was alluding to the commitment issues earlier and got a bit confused, but I think the commitment issues here, and they might be penalised with a relegation. You never might know.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree, Bowdo. Moving right along, just to get over that little lull that we had there. We're going to move on to an interview, and we have a very special guest tonight, Tim Hunter. So put your hands together for Tim Hunter. Welcome to join us. Welcome to the panel. Take a seat, mate.
Hey.
Our ladies. Just a bit of information about Bowdo. He is the official former SPL Bachelor of the Year before being usurped by the man to my left, Andrew Bowden. So, good-looking bloke, apparently. And he's getting married next weekend, Bowdo. Congratulations. Very lucky lady, Beth. Oh, sorry. Bowdo's not getting married. Tim's getting married, so congratulations. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
How much did you pay her?
I'm surprised they laughed at that joke. But yeah, no, me and Beth are pretty excited to be getting married next Saturday, back in my hometown, Caviar.
Preparations going well?
Yeah, pretty good. We've done most jobs, so...
Do you know the time and day and place of the wedding?
Yes, I do know that, I think.
No wonder. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. No wonder Q Boys didn't make it to the finals.
Wow.
He had to go back for his wedding. He thought wedding is more important than the SPL Grand Final.
Well, actually, now that you mention that, when did you get engaged?
Got engaged at the end of last year.
When in particular, I believe it was
Just
around...
before, just the weekend of the Grand Final and the presentation night.
And how did you perform in the grand final?
We had a winner in the Grand Final.
How did you perform in the grand
Oh, me?
final?
I don't know, better than Artie performed this year.
Yeah, he hasn't even been in on the show, he just strolls in straight on to Artie.
Artie, this effective marriage could be you next season, so you might want to keep a bit quiet.
No comments about that. We'll talk about it later.
Right, so for the people that don't know, Tim is a Christian, and part of what we do at SPL, as Handy mentioned earlier, is try and tell people about our faith and sort of basically love and care for everyone who plays in this competition, whether or not that's your cup of tea or not. That's completely fine. But as you can see by Tim, he's a fairly normal-looking bloke, although I don't know what he's wearing tonight. He's stolen something from the Harp Hotel. I think they want that back. So we're just going to do a bit of an interview with him, find out what makes him tick, what doesn't, and basically learn a little bit more about how you sort of combine your faith and SPL and everything else that goes on in your life. So you're quite a prolific sports person. What are you currently? What sports do you play, first of all?
Yeah.
Cricket.
I play 50. I love sport. At the moment I'm playing cricket here, which is now finished for a while. Playing footy, but I'm not playing right now, but I play tennis, and this is indoor cricket. I also play outdoor cricket. I like netball. I played rugby.
Look in the skirt?
Yeah, I don't wear the skirt. But yeah, I love sport. Pretty much most things I'll enjoy and play. Anything competitive. Play a bit of frisbee. Went to nationals the other day. That was pretty good.
I love frisbee.
To watch it?
No, to play. I was in the national team. Actually, it was regionals. It was regional team.
So you're obviously pretty good, pretty handy at your sports.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at most
Pretty
things.
good. Good. So have you ever made 100 in cricket?
I don't think I've ever made 100 in cricket.
So you're pretty good, but you've never made 100.
No.
Good.
Yeah, I'm more of a bowler.
Is it in the list of...
I don't think he features.
Yeah. Is he in the list of either the
I
top run
can-
getters or the top wicket takers?
I can back up his bowling prowess from last year. I think might have made a bit of...
You're not exactly the best man to consult
man
on
to
bowling,
judge.
mate.
But I'm under the belief he made SPL history with his bowling last year. The taking of a cheeky little double hat-trick. Right.
Yeah,
You gotta give it.
round of applause for that. Very good. So you do have some talent.
Yeah, a bit. Sometimes. A bit up and down.
Very good.
So I haven't made 100. I think the most runs I made...
30?
Probably. You have to retire at 30 in this game, so you can't make any more.
Good bad agent. Need some opportunity to ask you some questions here, so
Okay.
don't just keep going on your own tangents. I know you do enjoy to do that.
His name is Buddha.
Sorry, Buddha.
No.
Keep calling you better.
It's unbelievable.
So what do you like about playing country cricket, Buddha?
Country cricket, I like it's outdoor. I like running around in most sports. That's probably like one of the key things. So I actually really love fielding. I enjoy batting when I'm actually batting, but you go out a bit too easily. So country cricket, it's probably mates around the club and from school that generally played, and trainings, going down the nets. I used to go down to the nets and have a hit and get chips, and we'd eat chips and play cricket. That was fun.
Very good. Chips and cricket?
My memories of
That's a good insight.
Yeah, absolutely. Chips and cricket, that's what they do in the country, apparently.
yeah.
And you just recently been over to Africa with a mission, I believe. Is that right? Can you tell us a little bit about that? And have you ever played cricket in Africa? Showed the kids there?
Yeah, I've talked a lot about cricket in Kenya. I've been to Kenya, specifically in Africa, mainly. I don't think I've ever played cricket. I never took over a cricket bat or anything. But Kenya has a national cricket team. But yeah, I've been over to Kenya a few times now. and my main reason for going was to kind of learn from Kenyan culture and people, and I was based with a group that supports students through school. So we'd visit students at school, and we support them with through their education by getting them a uniform in primary school, paying fees in secondary school, and paying fees in university. So I made some good friends over there, and lovely people in Kenya, and it's a big part of my heart. It's probably Kenya, and I want to go back whenever I can. So yeah, but not really much connection with cricket in Kenya.
No. Yeah. Very impressive, though. Very, very, very impressive going over to Africa. How long were you there for?
Yeah, so I lived there for 6 months after school, and then I've been back once before that, once after that, and I was there once before that. So altogether, I've probably been there about a year.
Sure. And you were over there. Who did you go there with? A particular group, or?
Well, yeah, the group that supports students through school. Twice when I've gone with 10 or 12 people.
Sure.
So we've done a group thing as well.
Sure.
Visiting,
was that
visiting schools.
part of? Was that with the church, or was that with your?
Yeah, so
was that a Christian mission?
I should say that's a good point. The group's a Christian organisation, and so we support them through school, and also encourage them in their faith. Kenya's a very Christian country, so everyone kind of goes to church, but not everyone maybe has a relationship with God. So it's kind of like we encourage them to live out their faith, live what they say, rather than just say they go to church and then steal and be corrupt during the week. But yeah, so it's a Christian group, and I got involved in the local church over there and did a few different things there.
Very good. And just on that point, the NFL's Tim... I didn't write these questions. I'll be honest with you. I didn't write these questions, and I don't follow the NFL. Dowder, do you know who that is? Tim...
Mate, he's a very good player, Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Pete's giving me the nod. Tim Tebow.
Mm.
Is that actually how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Do you know who Tim Tebow is?
Yeah, I know him well, actually.
Oh, there you go. Heard it here first. The NFL's Tim Tebow prays before he plays gridiron. Would you ever pray about an innings before you're about to play?
I think I have.
Not necessarily SPL, but...
Yeah, SPL, I probably don't take SPL very seriously, hence our probably result this year. But I love it, having said that. But yeah, I have prayed before a game a couple of times. I think it was mainly when I really wanted to do well. It's kind of my last resort, which I don't know if is the best attitude. But I guess I've particularly prayed more actually in my footy, before games and things like that. And actually this year, I'll give Kew Footy Club a plug. I play for Kew Footy Club,
Not sure they want to be associated with you, but...
on Harp Road's our sponsor. This year I've kind of started up a group out of the footy club that kind of discusses life's big questions, and we can kind of pray together. And so my faith and my sport have often gone hand in hand, and I kind of consider it a good opportunity to be myself and express and discuss things that I think are important in life, while playing something that I also think is important, sport and cricket and footy and stuff like that.
Right, and so from my point of view, when recently becoming a Christian, prior to becoming that, I thought sort of Christians are not very good at sport, old, boring, and then I met Pete and confirmed it. So do you think someone like yourself who's got a bit of talent, do you think you'd be a fully competitive sports person and a Christian at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't say I have that much talent, but I think, to not sound too weird, I guess, but I would suggest that God's created us, and He loves it when Artie cries about losing a game of cricket. And loves it when we just take our cricket seriously and take our footy seriously, take our sport seriously, and get into it. It's living to be who we're created to be, I'd suggest. So yeah, I'm a big fan of competitiveness and playing cricket, and I think God's into it too.
Very, very well said. Well, I think we just need to say to everyone at SPL, we just want to thank you for the way you've sort of embraced the way we run the competition. We certainly we are here to run a cricket competition, and that's what we do, and we're certainly not imparting anything on you. And if this is not your cup of tea, then that's absolutely fine. But we just want to kind of show you that we're normal people. We don't have two heads. We're half decent looking, some of us anyway. But this, to the St Columns congregation, this is what's going on. It's not all about the cricket. The cricket's often secondary. It's all about the community, and it's about being able to care for each other. And I think Tim Hunter is a great example of that. So thank you very much for joining us on the panel, and all the best on Sunday. Just before we do wrap up, Artie.
Just one question.
Good.
Yeah. Just to make things, a little light out here. So how do you feel? You lost both the games against the Storms,
Yeah.
both the rounds. So how was that feeling? And in fact, you made it easy for us by losing with a bonus point in the last round. I saw you crying after the game. So, your thoughts on those two games?
Yeah, thanks, Artie, for that question. I was bitterly disappointed in our second game against the Storm that we lost because I don't really like any of you guys and wanted to grind you into the ground. But
it was the other way around, though.
After that game, just a side note, we'll probably just drag it on here a bit. Artie came up to me and actually came up to the whole team and said, if you guys win next week against the Hungovers? Clayton boys. He'll shout us all a night out, whatever we want to do. He must have said it about 6 times, I reckon. Baudo can vouch for it, and
I did say that.
a couple of boys in the crowd. And we said, are you serious, mate? If we win... And he's like, absolutely, I'm deadly serious. And
I did say something before that.
Mate, it's my turn. And then we got round to the next week and we smashed the Clayton boys.
Did you get your night out?
And Artie had somehow reneged on his offer. So, on live television, I'd like to just suggest that Artie owes us something. And
I think we do.
After today's interview, after today's program, let's have a round of drinks on me.
Yes.
You heard it here. It's on it's on the internet.
It's on the internet, yeah.
What happens on the internet stays on YouTube. So,
But thanks for the question, Artie.
anyway, Tim, we got to push on. So thank you very much for your time, and really appreciate your input. So all the best on Sunday. And Rob's going to give you a kiss and a few goodies.
Tim, you weren't expecting this, were you?
No.
We really appreciate you coming on. So we put together a package here for you that we hoped you might appreciate. Some excess drinks, of course, and a gourmet pie from the cafe, compliments of Prisk and the staff. And I explained to people before that we're a little concerned about the tone, shall we say, of the atmosphere when the boys are playing in the arena in here. I'm particularly talking about the smell.
Okay.
And so we put in quite a few options for you there. Some Lynx deodorant, some Nivea for men deodorants, and also to sharpen you up a bit on the cheeks for next weekend. Something to have a shave with there too.
Thank
All
you
right,
very
thanks,
much.
Tim.
Very generous.
We'll let Handy get back to his corner because he's going to do a bit of a community service announcement for us. But we are live and interactive tonight, so if you are on Facebook and watching us, you probably need to get out a little bit more. But apart from that, Baudo, have you got a comment? I believe Praveen's been on the website.
Yes, a bit of a cheeky sledge has come into Facebook. I saw a rat and bowled a full-paced Yorker at it, and after found my TV screen broken. That is Rashak thinking aloud. So it's a bit controversial.
Very handy sledge. Very big games coming up. We're going to get to Cup Grade in a minute, but right now we're going to go to Handy's ads.
Yeah, look, I'm excited about what's happening in this cafe, which is where we happen to be right now. The St Colum's Cafe, called Cafe Lark, is going through a complete renovation, restoration, rejuvenation, and the kitchen we've got a full commercial kitchen in there now under Prisk's leadership. Prisk, of course, is our lovely, awesome hit and run opening woman, and isn't that exciting? But the cafe in here, there's more work to be done, and this place is going to become a fully commercial cafe, and we will have access to it when we're here for cricket, and it will also be open at other times during the week for the public, and really looking forward to that. That's going to happen in August, and so I really encourage you to use this space during the finals and also next season. Great place to meet somebody, rendezvous with somebody, hang out with somebody, with your friends before the game, after the game, discuss tactics, have a pie and a chip or something, and drinks. More than one chip, Jordan. I saw that. And seriously, it really is the place to be. So let's use it and make the most of it. Coffees are great, aren't they, Prisk? Yeah. Thanks to hear you're so confident about your coffees, Prisk. And also there's free Wi-Fi in here. Wi-Fi in here. Not wildfire. But once people hear about the Cafe Lark, the news will spread like wildfire. And everyone will want to be here. So let's get in on the ground floor with this one. Now, the other exciting thing that's happening that's a bit of a secret, I think, because not many people are taking advantage of it around here. Tuesday nights, there's Tuesday tune-ups. And legends of SPL, Pete and Brendan, have been leading training, starting at 7 o'clock every Tuesday night this season for the ladies. And I don't know if you've noticed, I certainly have as one of the coaches, those girls who come along to the training on Tuesday night are transforming their form, and they're really coming on at great speed and really transforming the ladies' competition into something that's really, really something. So I recommend that to any girls out there that haven't been along yet, come back if you've already been along once or twice. It is a lot of fun and very worthwhile. And then, of course, at 8:30 there's an opportunity for the boys. Now the boys seem to be a bit shy about this. We haven't seen too many boys along, have we, Pete, Brendan?
We don't mind. The girls are better.
Oh, Brendan would prefer to work with the girls, would you? So would Pete. Okay. Well, let's. There are two Tuesday tune-ups to go. There are two Tuesday tune-ups to go, and I would have thought with finals around the place that some people might like a bit of extra training during the week, get into form before their game on the weekend or whenever. So you're welcome to come along. And as we said before, the SPL and the St Colum's Church really care about all of us. And after the training session, there is an opportunity you can choose to take advantage of, and that is to fill out one of these prayer cards. By the way, these are available all the time at the Square Leg Bar. You know what I mean by the Square Leg Bar? At Square Leg in the arena, or just outside the actual cage. And so if you've got any concerns, any stresses in your life, anything that you'd appreciate prayer for, I must admit, when I've offered to pray with someone about something, doesn't matter who they are, they usually say, oh yeah, it can't do any harm. And that's what I reckon. God created us, and he is interested in us and cares for us, and so he cares about the issues we're going through too. So whether it's a relationship breakup, whether it's looking for somewhere to live, whether it's looking for a job, we've had a lot of these requests have come in from individuals, people concerned about exams coming up, or exams gone and wondering how they went, whether God can change the results after the event. Now, there's a good question. We might ask the vicar that one day. But as I say, that's an option, and the people at St Colum's will take those requests seriously, and they will pray for them, but we will keep confidentiality at all times. That's really important. Thanks, Brendan.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Robin. Well said. And thank you to all those people from the St Colum's congregations who have been doing that for us. Really do appreciate it. And this is how our community is working together to spread God's word. So we do really appreciate everything that's going on and all that you do for us. Now, we're going to take another break. After the break, this is where the action starts. Now, the girls' grade, we've got confidential reporters, we've got word around cup grade, finals previews. It's all after the break. What we're going to roll to right now is every year in December we take a team up to Mildura to a Willowfest competition. We don't do very well, to be honest, but we do try. Once again, a very handsome young lad's been picked out. They have a news broadcast over there, I should say, and they only pick the cream of the crop. And
they just got the crop wrong.
Thank you. My show, Artie. The cream of the crop, and they do a very good job of that. And handsome young lad will be doing some announcements for you. So we'll roll to that. Stick with us. We may drop out for a minute because we have got a comment from Ben Ward saying that there are too many car ads. Well, maybe you need a car. Ford are very good, I think. And he's saying that the quality is not the greatest, so we'll see if we can rectify that for you. So we may drop out for a minute, but stick with us after the break. We've got plenty more to come. We'll see you soon.
On church.
You know, we've got 3 or 4 blokes that have never worn whites or ever seen a hard cricket ball or wore pads or anything, so good experience for them.
Engineering commerce student Brendan Lee says the team, which is mostly made up of international students from India, is relishing its opportunity at this year's Willowfest Carnival.
We're camping out in the caravan park, so it's a bit tiring and a lot of hard work, but a lot of fun, really good. The boys are absolutely loving it.
This year, St Colum's has doubled its chances, introducing not 1 but 2 teams into this year's Willowfest. For many of the members, it is the first time they have played the sport outside the converted hall at their Hawthorn church.
Some of them, first time they're putting pads on, first time they're seeing the hard ball, so a pretty full-on experience, but I think they're all enjoying it.
Engineering commerce student Brendan Lee says the cricket carnival provides a fun way for the students to remain occupied over the festive season.
For a lot of these guys, they've got nothing to do. Being international students, they don't do anything during the Christmas break up till New Year's, so there's no work, so they come down and play cricket, which they obviously love.
He says despite a few misses, it's all about the enjoyment of the game.
We've been competitive for a couple of games, and we haven't put many on the board, but it's all about learning for them, and a lot of the boys will take it away and kind of join a club back in Melbourne after they play here, so it's a good introduction for them.
Tonight the attention turns to the Willowfest Whack, where Panthers captain Glenn Motchell will attempt to win the event for the 6th time in 7 years. Meanwhile, bowlers will also be put to the test against a police speed gun in the Willowfest Express.
But at the end of the day, we know day 3, everyone comes out and there's usually a big crowd, and when someone gets onto one, the crowd really gets excited about it.
Jessica Harris, Win News.